There's no better time to find out what Mazda can offer you than right now. Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the new 24 Mazda CX-50, named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Award winner. Save thousands on your new Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
I get used to that opening.
I know. Well, we are live, so there's that.
There is that.
It's still bouncy, just in a different sense. Good morning. It's 7:03 here on a Tuesday morning. Still kind of getting through that.
Yeah, still trying to get there. You said you got a little bit of the rain yesterday, like 5-10 minutes, knocked the temperature down a little bit?
Quick, in the early evening.
I'm curious, with that little bit of rain, what it's going to do to your mushroom crop.
I've got a lot of weird mushrooms growing on. This has been a debacle we've been talking about here. So with all the rain we've gotten in the last 2 weeks, I've been sending the crew here pictures of mushrooms in my yard.
That's a lot.
Not inappropriate. They just keep popping up. I keep having this conversation with folks in the community. That's it.
They're look, man, this is the environment. Apparently, they're always kind of just like under there waiting to go. They're always just kind of, you know, and then when you get all that rain, welcome to South Louisiana, they're like, hello.
Yeah, you guys, I had them in my yard too. In fact, it was Saturday, Sunday. I was out there picking them.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? The Mario race course?
Yeah, there's one of the courses in Mario Kart is Mushroom Gorge.
Mushroom Gorge.
So my yard became Mushroom Gorge.
There we go.
I thought I was making a joke too. Then my daughter made the joke. My wife, all separately. We might be playing too much Mario Kart.
You might be
same wavelength.
Mario addict.
Same wavelength.
Exactly. All right, so do we have any mushroom fuel in today's forecast?
A little bit, not so much. In fact, we're going to be trending drier, it looks like, in the days ahead. This morning, we're starting out completely dry. It's our Sky 9 view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, showing the sun coming up over the state capitol. It's warm outside. That's not unusual for June, right? But it is running warmer than normal. 76 Baton Rouge, Gonzales to Patterson starting out at 77. And with that sunshine, it heats up in a hurry, approaching 90 by noon. We'll go with a high of 94. A few storms this afternoon. Best chances south of I-10. Let's give you a look at that on Futurecast. We've had a little rain overnight, mainly just offshore. Through the morning, not much. Here we are at noon, starting to get hints of a shower storm bubbling up closer to the coast. And then as we get into the afternoon, what we'll be watching to see is if any sort of sea breeze can start developing and make a little inland progress. But you note at 3 o'clock, most of what has developed still expected to be closer to the coast. And then late this afternoon, we get hints of that little sea breeze. This is 6 o'clock, trying to bring a shower storm closer to the I-10, I-12 corridor. If you're north of the interstates, your rain chances today are next to nothing. All right, two things to show you here on the big picture in our satellite and radar look. Number one, we've got a dome of high pressure kind of centered over Mexico right now. That's going to build overhead through the second half of the week. You know what that means. The high pressure domes, it means heat. So we could be back into the upper 90s by Friday and Saturday. And then the second thing I wanted to show you, a lot of moisture gathering from the eastern Pacific across parts of Central America up into South Florida. The next several days, that stays south of us. But by late in the weekend and next week, we think this is going to start translating northward. And the key question is, where does the real deep tropical moisture end up? So the GFS model does bring some of that deep tropical moisture to our part of the world, the northern Gulf Coast, Sunday into early next week. The European model, by contrast, keeps more of that a little bit southwest of us. So that's going to be key, not only in kind of dictating our rain chances, but we do think wherever that plume of deep tropical moisture sets up, there could be some heavy rain by early next week. So we're going to track that closely. You can see the Weather Prediction Center outlook really pegging South Florida over the next several days. 5 to 10 inches plus, flood watches in effect in that part of the world. Now locally, the Weather Prediction Center showing 1 to 3 inches of rain on average near north of the interstates, 3 to 5 plus near and south of I-10. That's through next Tuesday morning. But again, considerable uncertainty, so we'll keep an eye on it, kind of update you on trends in the days ahead. In the short term, not expecting much in the way of rainfall. Rain chances are going to be pretty minimal today through Saturday. We're going to trend hotter Friday and Saturday, potentially back into the upper 90s. But by Sunday, we expect to see rain chances on the way up. And from Sunday into much of next week right now, I've got rain chances anywhere from 50 to 60%. That could keep our highs actually in the upper 80s at times. We'll keep you updated. 7:07 now with an update on your Tuesday morning drive. Here's Johnny.
Thank you, Steve. Talking a few minutes ago about Point-to-Beat Parish. Coming in on US 190, not a problem here. This is the LA 415 area right beneath 190 in Port Allen and the old Mississippi River Bridge, US 190 bridge into and out of Baton Rouge. Traffic flow is fine. Both lanes in both directions open. I-10 bridge slowing down a little bit coming in from Gonzales. I beg your pardon, coming in from Port Allen. Gonzales, we wish we had a bridge down in that area. Well, will we see another bridge? Traffic flow is pretty good in and around the area, north, south, east, and west. Starting to see a little bit of traffic coming in from the Denham Springs area, getting a little slow right in the Denham, Walker-Denham area. Other than that, out toward Hammond, New Orleans, or the Point-Coupee Parish area, Lafayette, you're looking pretty good there. All right, we have a busy news morning. If you missed some of the headlines on 9 News this morning, Matt and Liz cover some of those more important ones next as 9 News Now continues.
.09 your time here on a Tuesday morning. We're starting you in Ascension Parish. Liz, this is a horribly difficult story to talk about. It began to break yesterday evening. Possibly a drowning in Prairieville?
Yeah, as about 12:30 last night, the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office confirmed that they found the body of a child in that pond there in Prairieville. So let's take you to the scene. So this was right around 6 to 7 last night when authorities were searching there at the scene. This is actually the Keystone subdivision in Prairieville. Well, that's when authorities, you can see Acadian Ambulance, Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, the dive team went into that pond. And again, that update from overnight, right around 12:30, the Sheriff's Office saying that they have recovered that body of a child they believe to be about 10 or 11 years old.
So exactly what happened, to Liz's point, that's still being investigated. We'll keep you updated as that kind of gets released. So from Ascension, let's get you into East Baton Rouge Parish. Actually, you know where Memorial Tower Drive is?
Yeah.
So that part of the world, officials, first responders called there because apparently 2 kids were hit by a car.
East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office letting us know about this. Let's show you that map here. So Matt mentioned it, right? Memorial Tower Drive is in the University Club area, that neighborhood right in there. Well, we're told that 2 kids were hit by a car. They believe that they may have been running around in the road or playing in that area when they were hit by a car. This happened right around 7 o'clock, again, in the U Club area. Details into that investigation also ongoing. But Matt, that's all we know at this time. We don't know the conditions of those kids.
Okay, other headlines for you this morning. We know now the regular session is over. Things left to be done are sign bills or don't sign bills. You know, that's what the governor has to do. He actually does have a few things that he's going to be signing. One today dealing with economic development.
How can Louisiana be a leader? How can we pave a path? Well, today at 9 in the morning, Governor Jeff Landry is going to be joined by Senator Beth Mizell, who fronted this bill here. That's Senate Bill 494. They're also going to be joined by the LED Secretary announcing some changes to the Department of Economic Development. Again, what could we see lined out? What could this pave a path for in the state of Louisiana? We've had a number of conversations about the state in its effort to become an economic leader in the South and across the nation, so we'll see.
Taking paths forward here. St. George City leaders sworn in just yesterday, but looking ahead to today, some of the city council members just sworn in. You have a chance to go hear them and talk with them.
About 3 of them today. They're going to be headlining the Ronald Reagan Newsmaker Luncheon. Of course, this happens at the Cafe American on Jefferson Highway. They're inviting you in. Noon is when that starts. If you're interested in that conversation to see how this pathway may be clear as they still kind of navigate these legal challenges, we will see.
Are you interested in knowing the very latest about the Grove State Bridge? Of course you are. A lot of folks are. That bridge is shut down to vehicle traffic, maritime traffic, boat traffic can get through. the the road traffic, that is not going to be there for a minute. So got to get folks across. That's going to be a pedestrian ferry.
Well, you got a number of leaders working together to break ground, and you're actually looking at pictures and the schedule of a potential pedestrian bridge, the hours of operation. So this is tentative, right? It may be open from 5 in the morning to 9 in the morning, and then again in the afternoons from 3 to 8. Given the timeline of when the actual bridge for road construction road projects and traffic will open up, this could extend well into August. So this may change when school begins again in late August. This is going to be 7 days a week here, but they're still working things out, kind of figuring out the logistics. But you can see making some headways as they get those party barges out there and make way for that pedestrian ferry out.
You mentioned school starting. We could find out here in the very near future who the next superintendent of schools in EBR is. Now, I say we could find out who it's going to be. We're certainly going to know like the final candidates anyway.
Well, the deadline to submit those applications and turn everything in, well, that was last night. So today, leaders in EBR School Board, they're going to pour over those applications, go over the processes, and we hope by sometime this week to learn who applied for the job.
Real quick update for you here. If you use the health unit, the one on North 12th Street in East Baton Rouge Parish, they had some repairs going on. It was supposed to be, this is still the school board, but we're talking about the health unit here. If you use that one, there you see it. It was supposed to open yesterday, supposed to open today. That's been delayed again until Thursday. We'll keep you updated if there's any more delays.
Hey, do you need something to occupy your kids' time this summer? If they're interested in gaming, here's a great opportunity. The Southern University Law Center has an esports camp. Now, the deadline to register is actually coming up soon, so they want you to register by tomorrow. We're letting you know about this with 2 days in advance. They're going to learn how to program games, design games, brand them, and more. 8 to 13. I wish we could do it because this would be such a great opportunity.
Steve, do you have, are your kids gamers? Are you big on
Mario Kart gamers?
Mario Kart.
We have busted out the old Wii at the house. That's where the Mario Kart
came
from. That's awesome. But it's something cool that you got to play as a kid and that your kids get to play and together.
Well, as a kid, you're being generous. I was a little old even when the Wii came.
It was this last week.
I played Pong.
Oh, gee, Mario Kart.
Yeah, we were more like Atari era
right here.
up here at the
okay, all right.
Well, look, when we were playing it, we weren't thinking about who designed it, who came up with it, who developed it, and it was never thought of as a career. We just thought of it as a waste of time. That is not the case these days, and my goodness, what a great opportunity there.
My mom thought of it as a babysitter, so.
Well, I think a lot of folks.
If you're ready for a do-it-all vehicle with smooth handling and smart interior styling, look no further than the new 2024 Honda CR-V. Once again named a Car and Driver's 10 Best Trucks and SUV list. Come save on your new CR-V right now at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.